Salina, your host for today. Today, we are going to talk about something important. It is about workplace etiquette. Before we start, let me share a little bit about workplace etiquette. So, what is workplace etiquette? Workplace etiquette refers to the proper and respectful behavior we should show in a professional environment, like how we speak, how we dress, how we interact with our colleagues, and how we manage our responsibility. So, to help us understand this topic better, we have three amazing panel today who will share their view and experience. Okay, this is our panel for today. Please introduce yourself, starting with our first panel.
First of all, I would like to thank Workplace Weekly for inviting me as a panel for today. Nice to meet you, Ms. Shazleni, and two other amazing panel. My name is Salina, and I have been working for over 10 years as a lecturer in the field of business management.
Hi, my name is Amira Izzati. I've been worked as a human resource at Daulah Holding. It's such an honor to be invited at top Workplace Weekly.
Thank you and hi everyone. So it's pleasure to be here today with such amazing people. Hi again, I'm Dr. Hidayah, a psychologist from Mental Health and Wellness Center, Kuala Lumpur. So I have been working as a psychologist for over 8 years.
Okay, thank you to all our panels. I'm pretty sure you sharing today will help our audience understand this topic. So let's begin our main discussion. I want to ask our first panel, Ms. Isalina, as a senior lecturer with experience in both academia and industry collaboration, from your perspective, why workplace etiquette is very important to us?
Thank you for this question. In my personal opinion, workplace etiquette is more important today than ever, especially in a fast-paced, diverse, and increasingly a digital work environment. Workplace etiquette means how we behave at work, how we talk, how we listen, and how we respect each other. It is very important because it helps everyone work together in a good way. When people polite and professional, the office will better and the work is done faster with less stress. As a lecturer, I see students are clever, but they don't think about how they act. For example, some students send message without saying hi or please to their lecturer, and they also expect answer late at night. So if this happens in the workplace, it can be rude and unprofessional. In the working world, people will judge you not only by your skill, but also by how you react. So if you're always on time, use kind word, and you know how to work in a team, people will respect you more. And when people respect you, they will give you more trust and maybe more opportunity. So I always tell my students, learn good habit now. Even small thing like saying good morning and writing email properly can help you a lot in your career.
Oh, I see. So now we understand why workplace etiquette is very important, because it helps us work better with others and make a respect and trust in the workplace. But of course, not everyone gets this right all the time, especially when they are new to the working life, right? So let's talk about something that many people overlook about common workplace etiquette mistakes. This seems like a small issue, but they can seriously affect the teamwork and environment. So, as a HR chair, Amira, what will you say about this common mistake that employees tend to make?
Thank you, moderator. That's a really important question, and it's something we deal with quite often in HR. So, one of the most common mistakes that employee always problem with is being late. It either being late to office or being late for meeting. This is because many employees always underestimate the importance of punctuality. When they consistently late, it doesn't just waste the time, but it also signals a lack of professionalism, poor time management, or even a lack of respect for others' time. For example, when someone is late for a meeting, it can cause delay some important decision or disrupt the group flow discussion.
Oh, I see. How about led with strong reason, Miss?
Oh yeah, of course. We understand that sometimes delay are acceptable when it comes things like traffic problem, family emergency or sudden technical problem do happen. But in term, being late for consistently can send us a negative side of that employer attitude. This is because punctuality is often linked to portray someone with self-discipline. So, repeatedly late without a valid reason is red flag, and it may lead that employee to get formal warning letter or any action will be taken by HR.
Oh, I get it. Basically, being late is the most common mistake that everyone overdone it. Besides timekeeping, what do you think about common employer mistake from dress behavior? Is that one of the issue in workplace etiquette, right?
Exactly, yes. The issue is very common that most of employers have done without they realize this thing. Even in any workplace, every company have their rule and limits. This over-limit mistake, including when someone wears too casual, like wearing ripped jeans, too much graphic t-shirt, or overlook of makeup, or wrinkled clothes. All these things may look like they are not taking their role and position seriously. Then it can affect their professionalism and credibility, especially when they represent the company in meeting or public setting. In another perspective, we do agree that everyone has their right to express their self through fashion, but overdress like sexy fashion style can lead to sexual harassment at workplace. There are so many reported cases of sexual harassment in HR department. So, dress code guideline is not just a restrict employer freedom, but it's to maintain a good environment where everyone can feel safe. This is because professional attire will help and minimize the risk of personal boundaries. Being professionalism is not just about how well you do your job, it also how you present yourself.
Thank you, Ms. Amira, for sharing this common mistake that employee may not aware and not realizing it. Hopefully, after this, more employees will become aware of this common mistake at the workplace. At the end of the day, a positive work culture starts with each of us. Now, let's move on another serious issue that affects our workplace harmony and safety. Like Ms. Amira said before, sexual harassment can happen in any workplace. Recently, there was a case where an employee's emotional well-being was affected due to sexual harassment by a supervisor. However, that company just got a warning for that issue. What will be your advice, Dr. Hidayah, for employers facing that situation?
For me, sexual harassment is not just a legal or ethical issue, but it's also about a serious mental health concern. From a psychology perspective, the victims of sexual harassment is not just face of fear or shame, but it also have a long-term traumatic. A lot of people think that sexual harassment just happens physically, but it also happens through the words, stares, message, or body movement that make someone uncomfortable and disrespectful. Imagine the workplace should be a place someone to grow and contribute, but it's becoming a source of fear and stress. Psychologically, sexual harassment damages the victims' self-concept. They start questioning their self-worth, feeling guilty, and eventually suppressing their distress in silence. Some of them may suffer symptoms such as depression, lack of confidence, several anxiety, and one patient also have post-traumatic stress disorder, which is PTSD. She got at her workplace just because of the sexual harassment. I want to emphasize that victims should not carry this burden alone. Don't normalize this behavior just because the perpetrator is a powerful or well-liked. Just seek help, whether through professional counseling, social support, or the available legal channels. Remember, healing from trauma begins with one thing: acknowledging that what happened was wrong. Only then can emotional, mental and personal recovery begin?
I completely agree with Dr. Hidayah. They also apply to the student during their internship. Most of them feel that they don't have the right to speak up just because they are intern, but they do. Whenever the student comes to me with a complaint, I help them to report it to the right university channel, usually through the faculty or student affair office. And we will make sure they are not left alone to deal it.
Okay, thank you, Miss Isalina. These interns are still young and new to the workforce. If their first experience involve harassment and no proper support, they might think that's just how the working world is. That's a very dangerous mindset.
Thank you, Dr. Hidayah and Ms. Isalina. One thing is clear, sexual harassment must never be normalized. Whether you are intern or full-time employee, you have the right to feel safe. So, the workplace should be a space where people grow, not a place where they get hurt or feel scared. Thank you, Dr. Hidayah and Ms. Isalina. One thing is clear, sexual harassment must never be normalized. Whether you are intern or full-time employees, you have the right to feel safe. So, the workplace should be a space where people grow, not a place where trauma begins. I think that's all for today. Thank you so much to our amazing panelists, Ms. Isalina, Ms. Amira, and Dr. Hidayah for your time and sharing today. From our talk, we now understand that workplace etiquette is not just about rules, it is about respect. We learn why it's important to show good manners at work, how small mistakes like being late or dressing wrongly can affect others, and most importantly, we talk about serious issues like sexual harassment that should never be ignored. To our audience, whether you are a student getting ready for your first job or someone who has been working for a long time, let's all think about your own action and try to make the workplace respectful and positive for everyone. I think that's all for today on Workplace Weekly. I am Siti Nushazliani. Thank you for watching and see you again next time. Take care and stay kind.